Hello, beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of Myth. When last we left off, we Berserker met Hibiki, and there are a couple of other strange things that were noticeable, and we had a conversation with Katomi, and she's just seeing her makes me absolutely 100% happy, especially after hearing about her beautiful love story. But let's just move on. I don't want to think about the happy thoughts too much. I don't want to get too happy. Anyway, let's get back into it, shall we? Checkmate. It was morning. The chief and I were playing shogi. Do you say checkmate in shogi? I don't know. I wanted to try playing it learning how to play at one point. But there were no Android apps in English when I looked like many years ago. Whatever. I did learn how to play Go, and I was really, really bad at it, and I don't remember anymore, but I did learn how to play it. Hold on. Can't you go a little easier for me? Be nice to people from other worlds. I just wanted to say that once. That okay? Well, no take-backs. I guess that's the best you can do. The chief began to happily clean up the pieces, and I got to the main topic of interest. About yesterday. Did you find my sickle? Not that. About the village rules. Oh. He didn't seem interested in discussing that. He turned his attention back to cleaning up the pieces again. I heard something from Shinzo, particularly about why you didn't want to talk about it yesterday. And it's all in the past. Ain't no point in digging it up. But I have to. What do you mean? This was a tough choice. I wasn't sure whether I should explain the situation to the chief or not. He'd be a powerful ally if he took our side. We could probably hear more about Yuni's mother and Shimon's mother. But that would require him to side with us. If he flew off the handle thinking we were protecting villagers who broke the rules, and we'd be screwed. I had to think carefully. Rustle, rustle. I heard something from the garden. What's that? The chief seemed to pick up on that sound too. We headed for the garden to find the source. Huh? It was so. She was holding the chief's sickle. Hey you, what's that in your hands? I was totally going to return it. Ain't I just the best? You're the worst. Stealing other people's stuff makes you a thief. Sorry, I just really wanted to use it, Tutu. Tutu? How about, fuck you, I ain't getting away with this. How about some skinship? Don't fall silent. Skin to skin. Skinship with a little skin to skin. It's settled. Don't agree to that. I'm leaving. Well, I didn't finish talking to you yet, though. It's fine. I'll ask someone else. I left the chief's house when... Meito. Someone unexpected showed up. Yuni. I quickly scoped out our surroundings. We were in the market. Luckily, no one was paying attention to us. Why are you here? Uru. Yuni pointed at Riri, who seemed to be evaluating some vegetables. Yeah, she seemed to notice us, though, and put the veggies down before heading our way. Ito-san, do you prefer udon or somen noodles? Depending on your answer, I'd like to either buy some ginger or myoga. They might seem somewhat similar at face value, but they taste way different. I like somen. Understood. Then I'll go with myoga. Okay, could you tell me why Yuni is here, though? Is that a problem? Not in particular, but wouldn't it make sense to have a little change of atmosphere instead of being cooped up at Shimon-san's house all day? Right, Yuni-chan? Atmosphere of change. I'm gonna borrow Uni. How come? I need her for something. No, I don't mind, but let's go, Uni. She was completely attached to Uni, so much so that I probably had no chance of getting her to go with me. Meito-san, would you not stare at my chest? Uni, I'll grant you a wish if you come with me. Uni's expression changed. Don't go. Bargaining is a powerful tool. Great, and then I'll be taking Uni with me, Riri. Okay. This should be fine. I sighed, relieved. I was glad none of the other villagers had noticed her. Hold on. Sorry about that. I don't know. I can't get my mic in exactly the position I want that is completely comfortable for me and is still picking up my voice properly-ish. Anyway, I sighed, relieved. I was glad none of the other villagers have noticed her. Not that it looked like anyone would actually recognize her anyway. Still, I couldn't let my guard down. You promised. Yeah, I'm done. I'll grant your wish. The mountains. The mountains? You want to go see your mother? Uni nodded. We can't. It's too vast. We'll end up getting lost. Mama. She'll come back. I'm sure of it. Just hang out with us until she does. I think my mic is in an okay position. I think the problem is I'm kind of sitting in a slightly different position. I can't get my mic perfectly how I want it. Oh well. Well, perfectly how I want it, that's also not in the way of the screen, because I can set it up exactly how I would perfectly want it, but I wouldn't be able to see my fucking monitor, or whatever. I'm not sure if this will be any use to you, but I found this in Uni-chan's house. A journal? Each day filled a page. I flipped through it. Today, Uni and I went to the mountains. She loves cicadas, so we caught the biggest kind of cicada on the mountain. Was very happy. It was actually written until recently. In the afternoon, Uni wanted to visit so we went to home. We went together. As long as we were there, we got fish for dinner. Uni turned out to catch more than I did. You have a surprising talent for fishing. Doesn't seem like there's anything about the rules she broke, though. It's mostly just about Uni and what they did from day to day. It seems pretty normal. There's something I'm curious about, though. Shimon flipped through, stopping at a certain page. I often wonder what she's doing. When I think about it now, she's still just as much my beloved daughter as Uni is. All I can do is regret the foolish choice I made back then. If I ever have the opportunity to see her again, I have to give her a heartfelt apology. Then she, Uni, and I can... Interesting. Who is she? She must have had another daughter besides Uni-chan. Could I ask you something? You don't seem to have parents. Yeah, I was just always here. Well, not really. Don't you get lonely? Not at all. Aren't you interested in your parents? I'm just an optimist. Why are you suddenly bringing that up? You're so dense. I'll have you meet her sometime. My mom? I want to meet her too. Thanks, but I'm not really that interested, so don't worry about it. I'm just used to being alone. Having a family or a mother or whatever isn't really on my agenda these days. Hito-san? Yeah. I hope Uni-chan's mom comes back soon. Yeah. Myth. Otherworld. Actually, I think I'm going to take a drink. Tasty. A dry, I think this is a German white wine. It's quite enjoyable. I enjoy red wine in general a bit more, but dry white wines are quite pleasant. Quite a lot more refreshing to me personally. But I enjoy the taste of red wine more. Anyway, trees. 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 There were trees everywhere. Trees, 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 trees. Berserker. Loki-san spoke to me. I wanted to ask him about the trees, so it was good timing. What do you think of Odin? I like her. I responded right away because that was the response that immediately came to mind. I see, Loki-san muttered to himself. Then he stared at me. I wasn't sure what was wrong, so I stared at him too. Why? He said that to me after. Why? Why did I like her? Because she led me here. Right. She taught me the way. I didn't know what to do after I ate Mama. Surprised to hear you say that. Was it really that surprising? Was it strange that she led me here? What do you not like about her? I like her. I don't dislike her. I immediately responded to him. I thought about how Loki-san asked me strange things. Isn't it strange to say that you like someone and then that you dislike them? Even if you like her, there must be something you don't like about her. Loki-san said such weird things. So I decided to get back at him by asking, how can you like someone if you dislike parts about them? You can like them because they have things about them you dislike. He responded right away. He must have already had the answer in mind. But, Kotomi-san, I said that loud enough so that Hibiki could hear me. She was silent the whole time. I was going to make her happy. Said that she loves Hibiki. I turned to Hibiki by the time I said loves. The reason why I stuttered was because I was excited. I was hoping that Hibiki would smile and make me happy. That was my plan. It hurts, but I failed. Why do you do such hurtful things to Hibiki? She was a shadow, so I didn't understand. I would have killed her because it hurt if I could. I was curious, though. Why did she do that? So I held back my urge to kill her and cried instead. Sly pig. That was the first time I heard her speak. Her voice had a murderous tone to it. Pig with human knowledge, that's what she is. She's happy so long as she has feed. She uses her knowledge for the purpose of acquiring feed, so that she can eat. That's the only reason why she lives. Eat? Eat it? I can say, from the bottom of my heart, that I can't love a pig. I don't want to be a part of a pig's love. Why, Saul, is it okay to eat feed? Why do you think that, Hibiki? And Kotomi-san isn't a pig. I said everything I was thinking. My embarrassment mixed with my sadness, so I cried a lot. She never held me or played with me. The only thing she did was feed me until I was able to walk on my own. Didn't hold her or play with her. Is that why Kotomi-san is a pig? Pig. Pigs can't feed people, though. I told you, she has a human brain. Oh, that's why she said she's a pig with human knowledge. I get it now. You can like them because they have things about them you dislike. That's what Loki-san said. He probably meant that for Hibiki. So, I stayed quiet, but then Hibiki stayed quiet too. Maybe he was saying that to me, I was kind of anxious. So I tried to speak up, and you don't understand a thing. Oh, Beaky spoke up before I did. Jeez. If you understand how I feel, I'd be amazed. I'd think better of you. Have you ever killed before? Ever been killed? Have you ever been killed hundreds of thousands of times? I've been killed before. This guy next to me knows all about that. Loki-san was speaking to me that time. He was smiling, so it made me happy. I hate him. And what about the latter? Beaky continued. Loki-san said he hadn't been killed thousands of times, though. It's too much at first. Being killed over and over again. Having your head cut off, or beaten in, or being burned alive. Having your skin peeled off like an apple and then salted. And that happens over and over again as you immediately come back to life. It hurts, it's suffering, it's sad. And the person doing the killing will get bored eventually, so they'll think of new ways to kill you. And you'll be killed during that time too, beaten with sticks. I keep rubbing my hand on my desk. I guess it's because I'm not holding my phone, and I don't know what to do with my hand. And I have a habit of tapping my fingers, and I'm trying not to do that because it's loud. And I keep just like rubbing my desk or something. And playing with my headphone cord and pissing me off and fucking messing with my head and whatever. And you'll be killed during that time too, beaten with sticks. But they're pigs after all, so it takes time for them to come up with an idea. And once they do, they put it into action. And if you're already on the verge of death, then they'll slaughter you. And once you come back, they'll do something else. They'll keep killing you until you get bored, and they get bored. Hibiki was talking on and on. For a second, I thought she didn't have a face. Well, she doesn't have a face, but how long did that last for? At least 24 hours. Eventually you get bored too, because no matter how much of a fight you put up, you just end up being killed. So it's a waste. That's why you end up resisting. You make sure you don't scream or cry or drool or pee or poop yourself. And then the person killing you will be unhappy, and that felt good to me. But even that gets old eventually, so if you try to endure, it still hurts. And thinking about it, there's no reason for me to be glad about making a pig unhappy. She talked so much. I was wondering if she was even breathing still. So after that, you make an effort to act like you're really in pain. You scream as loud as you can and cry and pee and poop all over, and by doing that, it gives the goal of being killed. Having that kind of goal makes me energized. It makes me try my hardest to see how loud I could scream or whatever next time. I even had the first screaming tournament on my own. The winner was me. The prize was death. Even that gets boring eventually, though. So what happens is you end up being jealous of your past self. Because in the past, you used to feel pain or suffering or be sad when you were killed. So by that point, being killed is just part of your life, like eating or defecating. You'll be killed forever in the past and the future. That's all that's left. Once you reach this point, everything's simple. All your emotions fade away, and that means you lose the active thought. You don't even need to think anymore. Then how did you escape? Loki-san finally asked her that. Hibiki responded like she'd been waiting for the question. I found out that I had the choice to escape. I just noticed it one day that even this rotten, scared world has a sacred world has an escape route. An escape route? I asked her that this time. Hibiki glanced at me before answering. Stepping off the stage. My thoughts changed after the 10th day. She sat down on a stump as she said that. This is a fusion of character and self. That's what the world aims for, right? The shadow faced Loki-san as she sat on the stump. So I looked at Loki-san too. But no one said anything. Interesting. So we did at least learn that myth, day 7, stolen treasure. We did learn that she became aware on the 10th day. Tasty. Which would match up timeline-wise. We also, learned a few interesting tidbits in the bit, at least psychologically speaking, from her. At least I thought it was interesting. But, yeah, let's keep going, shall we? It's a bit early for me to end the episode. I didn't recognize that lady's voice. Meto Tanabe, what are you doing? What am I doing? Nothing. I don't understand. What's going on? I tried following her gaze. Was that a TV? It's all scrambled. I had learned of this before. The picture wasn't being broadcast, meaning that was something being shown on the TV before? Is this the end, or did the tape get cut off? I hope it's not the latter, because if this was all in vain, it'd mean there was no meaning in Riri losing her life. Huh? Wait, Riri is dead? Don't joke like that. The look on her face suggested that this was all too real. That can't be real, right? The girl's expression didn't change. Meito? You're kidding, right? I left the small room I didn't recognize. That can't be right. How could Riri have died? I didn't know where I was. The scenery looked familiar, but it was different. Riri, Riri. I called for her. Riri. I couldn't stop. Riri. I was praying she was safe. Riri. I finally reached a residential area parallel to the mountains after shouting and running around. Meito-san? There was a small park at the corner. A girl wearing a red hoodie called out to me. You're... Was she crying? Her face was really swollen. I felt like I recognized her. No, stop tapping my fingers. I don't even think you heard that. I caught myself as I was starting to... Blah, I need to hold something. Like, my phone is charging over there and I can't hold my phone like I normally do. I felt like I recognized her. Hey, do you know who Riri is? I asked the girl that. What do you mean? She did the same thing as a girl from earlier. I knit my brow and tried to figure out what she meant by that. She's my friend. Please tell me if you know anything about her. Hey, wait. She ignored me and ran off though. She ran off towards a small thicket. Hey, come on, listen to me. Hey. Yes? Where's Riri? I'm right here. That's a rather philosophical question. Don't mess around. Riri? The vessel for my consciousness fundamentally exists in this world. I'm reading that. In this world, that's the correct answer, right? Well, that's just my self-conscious, but... What? You're alive. I mean, obviously you are, but... Yes? A small girl wearing a pink outfit said you died. Damn it. No, I couldn't trust her. I'm gonna go back and let her have a piece of my mind. I get it. We're dreaming. Huh? I calmly observed my surrounding. This is my room. How did I get here? That's a pretty sure sign that you're half asleep. Riri shrugged. Breakfast is ready. You should wash your face before coming to the living room. Ow, just kicked my wall. Ow! Okay. Was that just a dream? I was trying to stretch my leg a bit and kicked my wall like a fucking moron. God, I'm dumb. Today is a dumb day. It was a creepy dream. Why would I have a dream about Riri dying, though? Well, I think that's where I'm going to end off this episode. There was some interesting little bits of information gotten from Otherworld with from Hibiki. I thought that was quite interesting. Sort of telling of what these shadows go through, and that's remarkably unpleasant, in my humble opinion. So, that's fun. And Well, I guess now begs the question, if Meito had a strange, almost, not exactly prophetic dream, but, what is it? Dream kind of reflecting his past, kind of, I don't know, it seems like it's trying to make him aware, and I guess the question is going to be, will it work? Will Meito become aware? Well, you won't find the answer to that next time. I don't think you will. No, this is only the, what day was this? Backlog? You're not going to tell me what day it was, right? Nope. I don't remember what day this was. Well, I know it's not past day 10 for certain. So, out of the 20 that we should have, fuck it. It should be fine. We have time. But, I think we're going to get a little bit more lore, probably. That's typically what happens after stuff like that has happened so far. But, find out the answer to that and more next time. Well, I hope to see you all there.